Hey, this Sam?
Hey. Yes, it is.
Hey, what's up, buddy? How are you?
Hey, good. How are you doing?
Doing good, man. I want to say thank
Good.
you. Thank you for taking time out to spend some time with us.
Oh, of course, man. My pleasure.
All right.
Hey, it's Scott. Are you guys both on?
Pardon me?
Yes.
Hey,
Yes,
what's up?
hi.
It's Scott.
Hey.
Hey, Scott. What's going on, dude?
Not much. I just want to make sure you guys were both on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, cool. I'll leave you guys to it.
All right. Sounds good.
All right,
All right,
man. Thanks for getting this going.
Yeah, definitely. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.
See you, Scott.
All right. So you guys are from Ohio,
Yeah, Cleveland.
Cleveland. The owner, the president of our magazine. That's where he started, in Cleveland.
Oh, really? No way.
And then when
No
I pitched,
way.
when I pitched
Oh,
it
that's
to
awesome.
him, he was like, "Yeah, they're from Cleveland, of course."
That's killer.
All right.
That's awesome.
So the name Welshly Arms, is that? I mean, I might sound weird saying this, but is that Saturday Night Live?
Yeah, you nailed it, man.
Okay. I was like, maybe it isn't.
No, we've been, because a bunch of us in the band were actually buddies, like way back in like high school and everything, and we used to watch like the Best of Will Ferrell DVD all the time when we'd be hanging out, and so we are constantly quoting Will Ferrell sketches, and when we were trying to name the band, that one came up, and we kind of thought, hey, maybe that could actually be a band name, and we never thought of anything better, so it stuck.
It's so like creative
Yeah,
and funny. Like you don't really know unless you're like a Saturday Night Live fan, and for a long period of time, like you're not gonna know that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like hidden gem.
Yeah, and it's been funny too. Like we're over in Germany right now, and so most of those people haven't seen something like seen that sketch. They might know what Saturday Night Live is, but they aren't going to be able to like pull out the reference.
Yeah.
And so it's kind of funny, but to us, it's a good way to just like remember that this is we're supposed to be having fun out here. It's not everything has to be super serious. And I think if we had a serious name, it would kind of like be hard to remember that sometimes because it does feel serious when you're making records and getting ready for shows and things like that. So it's nice to just have something kind of loose and fun as a name.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. What's your favorite Will Ferrell movie?
Good question. Probably like Old School.
Old School?
I've always loved that one. Yeah.
They're coming out with the Daddy's Home 2 in November.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah.
I actually haven't seen the first one.
You haven't? It is really funny,
out.
man. It is super freaking funny.
Really?
Yeah.
It's where he ends up. He ends up with a girl with kids, right? And his dad is actually like a badass.
Yeah. It's Mark Wahlberg.
Is it Wahlberg?
Yeah. I actually just met Wahlberg like 2 weeks ago. At a football game.
No way.
Yeah, my son plays football with his son.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's crazy.
But like he's like a big pussy, like so he's always crying. In like anything the kids do, make him cry.
Yeah.
And then Mark Wahlberg comes in and starts busting his balls, and Mark Wahlberg's a funny guy too.
That's great. Yeah, he is. He seems pretty funny.
Also, they're gonna. I've been hearing rumblings about the Step Brothers 2. That might come out.
Oh, dude, that would be. That's a good one too.
That one's my favorite. Like I probably watched that movie like at least 300 times.
Yeah, I would put that in my top 5. Yeah, that one's great. That one gets quoted around here a lot too.
Yeah. I swear, I just dropped my son off at school, and then like me and him, we always are. He's like 12, 11, and we're always shooting back and forth to each other. And
that's great, man.
All right. So I first heard you guys on Alt Nation.
Okay, yeah.
The song Legendary.
Yes.
And when I heard that song, those lyrics are so powerful. Like, every single word is super powerful. And I think you say, in our soul we carry, you know? And...
Yes, yeah.
Like, I understand that because, like, people who are, like, on a mission and really know that they can accomplish something, that's what they feel. They carry that dream or whatever in their soul. Can you tell us
absolutely.
Where you were mindset-wise when you created that song? And when you created it, did you feel any sort of, like, man, you know, people might blow back on us because this is a very, uplifting song.
Bold claims.
It's bold claims, yeah.
Yeah, I think what happened was the line of the chorus, you're going to be legends and get their attention. What we're doing here ain't just scary. It's about to be legendary. That kind of popped into my head first. More is just like I think I liked the word legendary, and then kind of just started working out the rhyme and the tempo and everything of the rhyme with that. And then I had to sort of figure out the rest of the song after that. So, like, what does this song mean? What is it about? Which is kind of how a lot of our songs get written. It's kind of like you start with something and then you almost have to dissect it yourself and then figure out and write the rest of the song. And so that's kind of what was going on. And then I just realized that what I think I was trying to say was, it's just, you know, we're all kind of we're all after something, you know. Not everybody is going to relate to my musical journey, but certainly the people around me and in my band. Oops, I think I lost you there for a second.
No,
Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, great. And then you know, there's definitely like a sports kind of theme, and being in Cleveland, we have LeBron James and the Cavs, and now the Indians, and well, yeah, I know, but you know, back when that song got written, it was a real thing, and what's happened to watch, and it's been exciting to watch.
What's happened to the city of Cleveland too? You know, you know, the basketball has been in the dark for so many years, and LeBron's. I mean, that could be for LeBron. I mean, this song right here, like, this is your song. Like, this is someone's gonna pick this up. I can see it being on a WWE, like WrestleMania. I can see it being on like a Super Bowl. I can see it being at the Oscars. I mean, this song right here. I mean, have you gotten anybody to hit you up about the song yet? To place it in movies and stuff?
It has been used in some really cool sporting things. Like, I think the U.S. Open did a piece and had it in like a promo for one of the top tennis players. I haven't seen it, so I can't remember who it was. And I've gotten to see it do some really cool things. I saw, I think, like, Fox Sports did a piece on who's the big Yankees slugger. Can't think of his name right now, but Aaron Judge, and they did a nice piece and kind of used that as the backing music to the Aaron Judge story, and so it is really cool in that context. I think it works really well. So.
Are you getting like serious paychecks because of this song yet?
Well, I will say that it has opened a lot of doors for us. We're over in Germany right now because we actually signed to a major label in Germany before we did in the States, and it was because of that song. It somehow started getting you know, like on those top 50 viral playlists on Spotify and things over in Germany. So then the label started paying attention, and we ended up signing about maybe 7 or 8 months ago in Germany, and they put it out to radio, and it did very, very well. And so in Germany, it's almost a whole different story. because they were able to get it on radio a little quicker than in the States. And so it's opened up these doors in these different places, and we're able to play, concerts with people that come because they know that song, but then end up enjoying the show and buying the record, and so it really has helped, and it in that way.
And I don't want to overshadow your other work either, because like you, my man, are a great songwriter. Like the way you are with words.
Oh, dude.
Thanks, brother. I've been in the music business for going on 22 years, and I have.
Wow.
There's very few people that can light a candle to you, sir. And
wow, damn. Thanks, man.
Like Hold On, I'm Coming, Ain't Supposed to Rain. Like both those songs are just like me and my son. I spend so much time with my son. We go to football practice.
That's great.
And me and him tried to discover music together. And so I put.
That's awesome.
I show him the song Legendary, and I just dropped him off at school, and that's the last thing we heard together. And.
Oh, that's cool.
And I want to inspire him, to be a better person every day. And he's the one that told me the lyrics about In the Soul We Carry, And I was like, man,
nice.
that's pretty deep. And he was like, yeah. I'm pretty sure he didn't know what the hell he was talking about, but he just knew the lyric and I didn't.
That's pretty cool.
I told him, I
think
I sang it wrong.
That's actually that's funny in itself. Well, it's in, like, if you Google the song and you try to get the lyrics, it comes up with a whole different line for that. It says, what is it? Oh, man. What does it say? I'm going to ask someone real quick. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it says, got this feeling that we're so sweet caring. Which makes no sense in the world. Especially in the context of this song. But people I've seen people make posts and they'll do like a selfie or something and quote lyrics like, got this feeling in our soul, or that we're so sweet caring. Like they're super proud of that lyric, or it means something to them, which is kind of funny. But, so that's been kind of interesting. And I've even messaged, Google through you can report if something is coming up wrong.
Uh-huh.
I've even messaged I'm the writer of this song and this line here isn't right. Yeah. So that's really funny that he knew it though. That's great.
I didn't even know that he knew it either.
He's a smart kid. You got a smart one.
I hope so.
Yeah, man.
You do a lot of your sound would be your sound is so different. It's not rock. It's not alternative. Yeah. It's sort of like blues, alternative, soul, rock, like anything with the guitar.
Yeah,
that's what you classify us with.
Yeah, that's kind of what we're going for. And then
how did you guys
go ahead.
develop that?
Yeah, I think it just like any band, it does evolve each time we sit in a room and play music and maybe arrange a new song. It evolves a little bit, but it definitely started because I grew up playing blues music, and I missed it after kind of a little bit of a career playing sideman guitar for first a pop artist and then an Americana artist, and I kind of missed playing the blues. So then, maybe 4 or 5 years ago, Jimmy, Brett, Mikey, and myself got together just for a little barbecue and a jam session, and it was just exciting to just jam on the blues again. And so we sort of formed the band around that. That we were just kind of having fun playing music that you could just sort of feel and jam to. And then the songs started taking a little bit more of a bigger role in what we were doing, and we were putting a little more time and effort into songwriting, and then we really started leaning into vocals, and we added John and Bree to the mix so that the vocals could be more powerful and more of a thing. And that's where I think more of that soul and R&B kind of influence and gospel influence, those kind of get a little stronger then. And now it's been, I think almost 3 years or something since the six of us have been making music together. And so it does evolve. I think, again, I think songs, I don't know, maybe it's just because they're fresher and newer, but I think our songwriting is getting better. I think the songs are a little stronger, but also we're just honing our thing and figuring out every day kind of what it is that we are enjoying and are good at.
Do you feel the guitar solo
that's the cool thing about music?
Do you feel the guitar solo in modern music is a dying breed?
Yes, sadly I do, and I'd be lying if I didn't say that I've been told not to do solos as much, and by certain people, not everyone, and that's just something that I'm not really that interested in, because that's the music that I listen to, and it's another way of expression, and
yeah.
I think it sets up vocals even better when there's a cool instrumental section, and then you can go back into a powerful vocal, and then it gives people's brains a little rest from having to think and process the lyrics. There's just so many things that a good instrumental section of the song can bring. So
did they tell when you're putting
not
together
every song needs it.
When you're putting together your album, are you being told no solos?
No, it's been a thing every once in a while with like radio songs, and people wanting to make like radio edits where maybe the solo gets taken out, or maybe in our there's too many guitar solos or something like that. But it's not the people that we work real close with or anything. It's just people that are trying to offer their
in the industry
their educated opinions or whatever. But that's the thing too with music. You can't just follow the rules all the time, and just because maybe guitar solos weren't working in radio for a while doesn't mean that it won't again at some point, or the right song, because sometimes we have songs that guitar solos don't make sense on,
right,
and we don't do them. But so there's no rule to it, but we definitely like exploring. Usually when we're arranging songs, we kind of try a little bit of everything and see what really works.
I had Wilk. Do you know Living Color, the band?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Totally.
Yeah, I had Will Calhoun. We were chatting it up because they had their new album coming out.
Oh, that's awesome.
And we talked about the guitar solo. It's a dying breed.
Yeah.
So I sent him a text message of your video, and then he says, "Now that's what I'm talking about." And so he was proud. Yeah, he was proud. Like he was, and the
that's
reason
super cool.
The reason why this is a thing for me is because I look after a band. I don't manage anything, but I look after local music for my Ventura County, and we try our best to give
awesome.
them resources, and we try our best to give them gigs and guide them, from what we know. And
that's great.
We had this band right on the verge of signing, right? And they tell us no guitar solo, but in my opinion, the guitar solo made that song. And then they wanted us to cut off, 45 seconds from the song. And so that's why it's a thing for me. You know what I mean? Like, a guitar solo sometimes is necessary. I mean, we can't just be a bunch of robots. Art is art.
Exactly.
So.
Well, and people don't respond. I mean, you can fit something into the format by putting it at the right length and having the tones that is working in that format. And I'm talking about like radio or whatever format. But you can fit it in there, but people might respond to it well just because it's seamless and it kind of works in their flow of the day while they have the radio on or whatever. but it's not going to stand out to them unless there's something fresh, something new.
Yeah.
You know, so, or just something from the soul, which sometimes a guitar can do. So yeah, I don't love that, you know, the really formulaic kind of producing and thinking about stuff too mathematically.
Have you guys?
Of course, you run it through your mind, but
yeah.
But you don't always adhere to the rules.
Have you guys been in the top 18 for Alt Nation?
We did. I think it was just 1 week. We were like at 16 or something.
That's bullshit. That's it.
But then there was a bunch of new. I know it sucked because there was a bunch of new records that came out the next week or something, and so I think we just.
I put you guys in my.
Came at the wrong time.
I saved you guys on my presets, so anytime you guys pop up, or on any channel, it goes bleep. Welshly Arms.
Oh, that's awesome. Thank you, man. That's really cool.
You guys are pretty badass, man. How cool was it for Quentin Tarantino to use one of your songs? I mean, my favorite movie of all time is Pulp Fiction, and I have so much respect for Quentin. How cool was it for you?
Yeah, I did that. On that trailer?
Yeah.
Is that what you're talking about? The Hold On, I'm Coming? Yeah,
Hold On, I'm Coming.
That was definitely the coolest, because we've had a couple nice movie trailers and stuff, which was kind of the first thing that started to get our music out there. And before we ever signed with a record label, we had signed with a publisher that worked a lot with movie trailer companies that put those together, and so that was cool. But none of them were like something I was a huge fan of, you know. Mm-hmm. And then when that one popped up, it was just like, oh, holy shit, this is big. This is really awesome. And then when I got to see it for the first time too, I was really blown away by like how it was cut into things. There was that one scene where the dude's like playing the piano and he hits the note that's in our song, and that really got me. So,
it's emotional.
That was super cool. That was super, super cool. Yeah, absolutely.
So what are you into? Besides music aside, what are you into? What do you like to do just to be you, to get back to earth?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'm actually most of us in the band are pretty big sports fans, and
nice.
In Cleveland there's a big, you know, pride of your Cleveland teams. So, the Indians are like my biggest. I'm the biggest like fan of that. That is,
and they're
I'm
killing it
constantly
right now.
checking the scores. Oh my gosh, it's so fun to watch. So I'm loving that, and of course it was super exciting to see the Cavs go to the finals 3 years in a row and win one of them. So that was great. And then I have a little boy too. I have a 4-year-old. He just turned 4.
Nice.
And then a little girl that's about to turn 1. So a lot of my time, if I'm at home, is getting to do things with them, and that's been really fun. But my kids are still kind of too young where they're not like showing me new things yet. So I'm kind of just going with the flow on it, but I can't wait to, it sounds like what you get to do with your son and all that just seems so awesome to be able to share music together. And, I'm sure your conversations are very fun.
It's
so
awesome.
I can't wait for that.
How hard is it for you? I mean, especially with a 1-year-old at home, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I understand what you're doing. You're living your dream. You're showing them the example. But how hard?
Yeah.
Like, because when you lay down at night, that's when all the demons come out. You know what I mean? Like, and they start.
Yeah.
The thoughts. How do you cope with that? And how do you how do you cope with that? Yeah,
I mean, it's every day. Like you said, it's kind of a struggle, and you are. I'm super proud of the fact that I get to do this and make that example, like you said, and show them that anything is actually possible. You can make. Most people would say you can't have a career in music or whatever, but you actually can, and you can provide, that way for the family and put food on the table and whatever, and do something that you love. So I'm there. That's the good part. That's what I love. But being away as much as I am is hard. My 4-year-old is getting to the age where he can tell me, don't go, and he can kind of act out and sort of make say hell just because I'm not around, and take it out on her, and so there is some backlash, and I don't really know how I'm dealing with it so much. It's just kind of, you just go with the flow, and you try to be present when you can, and but it's hard. That's the hardest part of this whole thing, for sure.
For sure. Yeah, I was in the Navy for 12 years. And that is the reason why I left. I couldn't anymore. I just couldn't. And as much as I would like to, and so I had to just give up my career and start a new one. I was just driving myself crazy, So.
Yep. And I know that too, that feeling, because when I said earlier that I was a side guy for some different singers, and did that for like a little over 10 years, and was on the road constantly, and then I just realized that wasn't giving me enough, and so I actually stopped, and I thought I was kind of done with the road, and then this band started, and it just, something clicked, and it kind of made it worth it again, and so it still feels worth it to me, which is what keeps me here. But yeah, so I know that feeling when you actually do just have to say, that's enough of that, not worth the trade-off.
I really am hoping the best for you guys. You know what I mean? Like, there's not many people doing it like you guys are doing it at the level you guys are doing it. And what I mean by that is it's a new, hopefully you guys lead the charge in a new era of music, where there's...
that would be amazing.
Where there is a guitar solo in a song on the radio, you know what I mean? Or there is blues, more blues influence instead of more electronic, and your lyrics mean something and can tug on someone's heart, man. And I'm definitely, awesome. I'm in your guys' corner.
Man. Yeah, I appreciate that so much, and I hope so too. I do feel it, like that music is taking a little bit of a turn again, back to that kind of stuff. So it's exciting. It's exciting to be a part of that movement.
Okay, I have 2 more questions, or 3 more questions.
Sure.
My first question is, I know she didn't mention the Cleveland Browns. And we don't have to say nothing. We could just understand each other.
Yeah. Like maybe we leave that one. That's a tough one right now.
I'm a Buffalo Bill fan, man. My dad's from upstate New York, so
yeah. So you've seen a lot,
a
little drought there.
So me and you're in the same boat with that one.
Oh man. Yeah, cool. Yeah, let's leave that one.
Number 2.
I still love them though, just for the record.
I know, I'm wearing my I'm all Buffalo Bills out right now. I have my hat on, my sweater.
That's killer. That's great, man. Yeah, it's that season, baby. Anything could happen right now.
Also, have you guys made a magazine cover yet?
We have not.
Okay, so here's what I'm going to do.
Sir.
I'm going to pitch to the guy from Cleveland to put you guys on the cover this month.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be insane.
And you guys will be around our area October 24th, I believe. LA?
Yeah, that's right.
And I will go out there.
I think it's the 24th. It's definitely right around then.
I'll go out there and I'll
at the bootleg.
Yeah, the bootleg. Yeah, and I'll deliver some magazines to you guys, and hopefully it's your first cover, and that's how much we believe in you.
Oh, that'd be killer, man.
That's
killer. Thank you so much, dude.
No problem, man. and we need as a publication, like we need to help music, and I think this is a good way to lead in a good direction.
That's so awesome.
And then the last question.
Well, either way, I won't hold it to you if it doesn't end up happening, but that would be pretty damn sweet if it did.
No, it's more than I'll make it happen. I'm not even gonna say anything. I'll just make it happen. I mean, even if he doesn't, even if I don't ask him, I'll just throw it through. Oops, what do you know? I sent to the printer happened? Like that. I don't know.
Oh shit!
And then the last question I have for you is, what games do you play on your phone when you guys are traveling?
Good question. I have NBA Jam on my iPhone, and a game of blackjack, and that's about it for me. I'm the least gamey person. Our player always has something new that he's playing with, and he just got a Nintendo Switch that he's been sporting around, and so I think we were gonna play a little bit of basketball on that, and then we've got like Mario Kart and stuff like that. But we definitely go through different phases where different people in the band will be playing those, like the group games, like remember when Words with Friends was a thing? We used to do that.
Yeah.
And then I know some people are still rocking Candy Crush. So everybody's got their different games.
Oh, you said NBA Jam. I have to bring it up again. Isaiah Thomas for
mine.
Kyrie Irving. How do you feel about that one?
Oh, well, once it all came out and we realized that Kyrie was not happy on that team, I was completely fine with it. Had you have told me like 2 years ago we're going to do that, I would have been pretty pissed. Because he's really a great, Kyrie is so great. And I think Isaiah Thomas is great too, but Kyrie is just, he's like potent, man. But yeah, right. Well, yeah, that's true. So that's going to be tough. But I actually think that we got a lot of value for him, which is nice. So
yeah,
I'm not too bummed about it.
Well, you guys got to make a run for it.
Hopefully Isaiah's all right. Hopefully he's healthy. I know this might be the last year we get the chance. So.
And then
I hope it happens.
I'm hearing rumblings that LeBron might go to my Lakers.
It sounds like there's a possibility. Yeah, that could happen.
Hey, anything
I would be very sad, but I understand.
Anything to get Steph Curry off the top.
Yeah, really.
I know, it bugs me.
Oh man,
my son loves him.
Yeah,
he walks around like a little dickhead with all his. He walks around with all his Golden State Warrior. I was like, dude, you didn't even like basketball.
Oh man.
Until like this year. And he's like crying.
Oh, man.
Like I guess he lost a couple games in the finals. You know what I mean? And my son, I go in my son's room and the lights are off and he's crying. I'm like, what the hell? I never even seen you cry over me.
Really buying into that. That's funny. That's really funny. So are you going to make him a Lakers fan? Or
No. If LeBron comes over, he'll just bandwagon back over. Hopefully.
Naturally move. Yeah. So, yeah, we'll see what happens, man. I really, you can't be upset anymore. He did bring the championship to us, which felt like it would never happen until it did. So,
hey,
I'm all right.
I appreciate your time, okay, and I appreciate your music and your contribution to the music community, and you're just a great guy, dude. Thank you.
Hey, that means a lot. Thank you so much, Timothy.
And hey, we'll see you October 24th.
All right, sounds great. Can't wait, dude.
All right, bud. Have a good one.
Have a great day, man.
You too.
All right, thanks. You too.
Bye.